okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome back to another Commissioner Weekly Recap. That was them Shop Boys, Party Like a Rock Star, Party Like a Rock. I party like a rock star. Andrew slept like a rock this Sunday. We'll get into that and much more in this show coming up tonight. First, let me welcome your co-host, my co-host, Andrew Kennard. Andrew, welcome to the floor.
Hey, Clay. Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, I could be better.
Yeah? Why is that, bud?
Tough fantasy week, but
real tough. We'll get into those details later, Andrew. Don't you worry there.
Oh, I'm not.
Next guest. I know you're not, buddy. I know you're not. It's inevitable. Next guest, Players Association Union representative, my co-host for probably who you all know as my co-host. Probably think he's the original co-host. Andrew, that was you. Was, keyword there. Ladies and gentlemen, NFL Players Association Union representative, Dozier Joe, welcome to the stage.
Oh, hello. Thanks for having me. Andrew, it's nice to have you back.
Great to see you, man. How's your week been? How do you feel?
Oh, pretty good.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's please welcome in our sponsor. I didn't mean to pour that big of a one. They are known for their boldness, their flavor, their aroma, the taste, and the spirit of America. Fireball. Kiss the devil. Ladies and gentlemen, unofficial sponsor, Fireball. God bless them.
That's nice.
Smooth as silk. I didn't chill as much as I wanted to. Thank you, YouTube, for responding to us. Joe, we got 10 videos on our first video, 10 views on it, and we are currently at 6 on our second and up to 6 subscribers. So thank you guys. Absolutely. Do us a favor, if you do watch the video, just like and subscribe. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed the video, like it. You don't have to like it. Nobody's, hey, you got to do this. Nobody's doing that here.
I actually forced my boy to like and subscribe.
I was wondering where that 6 subscriber came from. Okay.
Let's go. Shout out Ryan.
Shout out Ryan. Thanks, buddy, man. I hope you enjoy. If we ever go to a 10-team league, you can submit your name for ownership approval. But we're probably not. No offense, Ryan. Love you, buddy. Recap show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're altering the formats here. Instead of giving you one long 1 hour show, it's been brought to my attention that the people want to see shorter clips, shorter films. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. And so therefore, we're going to try and keep it smooth tonight. We're going to start doing recaps on Tuesdays and trying to do the predictions and waiver wires on Thursdays. Boys, that sounds good with both of you, yeah?
Yeah, a little Thursday night football pregame show.
I love it, dude. We got the Amazon Prime panel here. We're like the Amazon Beta Prime. Fair enough. That's a good thumbnail. I love that. That's a good. I should have smiled longer. I'm going to clip that. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. 3-4 going this matchup. 6th place against Dirty Randy's, who picked up their first win of the year last week. Congratulations. Who was 1-6 in 8th place going into this matchup. Boys, sure as shit, I kid you not. Do you know who won this game?
I think Dirty Randy's won again, right?
You're correct, Joe. And not only did Dirty Randy's win, he decimated, ladies and gentlemen, 210 points. The first person this year to put up 200 points in our league. I get it. Our league is a fantasy point league. There's a lot of numbers that are up in a normal league. We get that. It's designed that way, right? We're ballers. Most of the time, we averaged in the 120s, 130s. Mason over here, 210, blowing it away. Tuna had no chance. He had 130, 87. Tuna had multiple 20-point scores. That's Kirk Cousins at 24, A.A. Jones at 23, and DeAndre Hopkins at 30. Wow, boys. D-Hop looks back.
Yeah, he does, honestly. Yeah. He really,
Scary.
And it's clear that Kyler loves him.
You know, everybody in the media was writing up, but they ain't wrote back. Three players.
Call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
That was a good saying. Thank you, Andrew. I know you like that. 3 players below the dreaded 10-point line, which I have a new saying for later in the segment. Let's see if it sticks. I want to be organic when it comes about. Devontae Adams, 0.68 points. Try not to avoid decimals, but when you point 0.68, you got to put that up. You didn't even get to 0.69. What's the point? Go sit down. Take a breather. Go to the locker room. Robert Tonyan, 6, and Ewan McPherson. I know it's Evan. I say Ewan. 1 point for the Bengals. Tuna, you did have 2 players on bye. That's Mahomes and the Chargers defense, but still no excuse. I mean, you just got clobbered. Those guys wouldn't have helped you one bit. Moving on to the Victor boys. Mason. Yeah. Is Mason like that Michael Jordan meme where, and I took that personally?
Like the one where he's crying?
Yeah, he's sitting on his couch and he's like, and I took that personally. No, not the crying Michael Jordan. He's sitting on his couch. Anyways, you two are losers. Mason, 4 players below the 20-point line. Dak Prescott, who was added less than an hour before game time. Welcome. Dalvin Cook, 27. Alvin Kamara, 40. And Tony Pollard with 42. Incredible output. 2 40-point scorers. Cook and Prescott getting 27. No wonder. That's over 100 points for 4 players. Highest point total of season, folks. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. First to 200. It's a round of applause. 0 players below 10 points, boys. It's a winning formula. Every time, you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose. Bye weeks. He only had Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the bye week, which they knew they missed him. Probably wouldn't even played him. With the loss, Tuna falls to 3-5, 6th place on the year. It's a tough loss, and is currently on a 4-game losing streak. Tuna, you were 3-2 at one point, sitting very pretty. Not so much today, my friend. Mason, moving on up into the east side. He goes to 2-6, currently in 8th place still. But 2 wins is better than 0 wins in last place. And like I said, riding that 2-game winning streak.
Hey, just got to get hot at the right time.
That's exactly it, Andrew. You love these underdog stories, these comeback stories. Absolutely fantastic. Speaking of, you have the Action Jacksons, 1-6, in 7th place, going against the Fantasy Messiahs, the reigning champ from 2 years ago, who still lives every day of his life like he won it yesterday, which were 6-1 in first place of the league. Action Jacksons with the upset. Boys, give me the upset whistles. Oh, I love that sound. You know?
The OG co-host.
Appreciate you, brother. 161.74. Good pickup, by the way, Andrew. I like that assist. 161.74 to 136.41. 30-point lead in this game by the second worst team in the league, statistically speaking. Daniel, you cannot be happy going into the final stretch run of the season with the way your team's looking, buddy. A little insider, boys. I didn't want to say this, but I recently hit up Daniel for maybe a trade request. I was desperate after the Jamar Chase news. Joe, great pickup, by the way. You beat me to it. If I wasn't driving home from Bradenton, didn't have to shower, I would have had him.
You want
so him? I was desperate. So, no, not anymore because he's not on IR. I was desperate. So I even offered Dan Travis Kelce. But before we got there, he takes a look at my roster and he goes, yeah, it's looking kind of trash. I'm like, oh, you mean the same roster that just beat you 2 weeks ago? Let that be a lesson, boys. Daniel, you suck. Mahendra rocks. Mahendra's second highest score of the year for you. Week 2, you put up 162.64. So congratulations, buddy. 3 players above the 20-point threshold. That would be Lamar Jackson at 23, come to be expected. Deontay Foreman could be a league winner, ladies and gentlemen. Got him 36.75. I know I'm trying to leave the decimals out, but it's Deontay Foreman. We have to give him all the credit he deserves. And Run CMC, the Triple Crown. Andrew, you see the triple crown, the cycle in baseball a lot. You rarely see that in football. What were your reactions to McCaffrey on Sunday doing that?
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Terrific, man. However, Kumar.
Quote one Pat Donovan, who said, "It looked like he was in a punt, pass, and kick competition all by himself on Sunday." Incredible.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm Charles Godin. Moving on. 3 players below the 10-shold. You like that threshold, the 10-point threshold? You combine the words, 10-shold. Gabe Davis, 4.5. Brett Mayer, the Cowboys kicker, got you 7, and the Bucks D got you 9.5. Joe, that last one kind of stung for us. I think the past 4 weeks have stung for everybody in the Bay Area, especially after the devastating news of Tom Brady losing his beautiful, wonderful wife, who is a succubus whore. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Until the last part, you had me. Who knows? He may come back hot.
Just proves to show you, Kings. Nothing you can do will ever satisfy. 0 players on this. Andrew, you got something here? This is your status.
I think they're going to get back together. Dick Vitale did a tweet saying that he wants to see them back together, and he's going to offer marriage counseling.
Who?
Dick Vitale won't be walking on this earth in 2 years.
Dick Vitale. Take that back.
I'll put money on that right now, boys.
What are you doing? That's Dick Vitale you're talking about.
I forgot to say the title of this episode. It was so good, too. That's okay. Dick Vitale, we'll see you around, buddy. Enjoy the next couple of years you have. 0 buys for Mahendra.
What are we doing right now?
What's the win? It's called content, Joe. It's my hot take.
I can't be on this show.
Fox advertises a dude that says he has a theory that Babe Ruth didn't exist.
You watch the most.
Dick Vitale living another 2 years. That's my hot take. Put that on my commercial. I'm like Skip Bayless.
I mean, he just became free like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Joe.
Congrats, Dick. Look forward to seeing you for years to come. You're a great dude. Thank you for what you do in the community. Thank you
baby,
for everything.
Let's go, baby, every single day, baby. Yeah. Daniel, only one 20-point score. That was Nick Chubb, 20.5 points. However, you did only have 2 players below the dreaded 10-shold, which was T.J. Hawkinson, R.I.P. Detroit, and Raheem Mostert, R.I.P. the running back situation in Miami because Jeff Wilson just arrived. Breaking news. Guys, Daniel, you had Gerald Everett and Debo was out with his injury, so I'll include him on the bye week list. Axon Jackson advances to 2-6, currently sitting in 7th place, and Daniel falls to 6-2, currently still in first place, unfortunately. However, there's 3 teams behind you, Daniel, at 5-3. One of those teams has scored more points than you this year. Me. So let that be a warning to you, dude. We're coming. We're hot. We're angry. We're hungry. Oh, guys, by the way, last game, I'm sorry, I'm out of whack here. This is a new format. Forgive your host. Last game, I predicted Mason to win. I got that correct. Joe also got that correct. So we are both 1-1. This game, we both had the upset again, Mahendra. So we're both 2-2. Joe, good on us. That's a good week.
Yeah.
So, boys, get a shot ready because this is where I reserve the third matchup for the second juiciest of the week. Good storyline, stuff like that. Boner Pills, 4-3. 4th place. Went against who, Joe?
Nah.
allergic to playoffs. 4-3 in 5th place. On the outside looking in, this game was huge. Huge.
With all of his Bills. All of them.
All
They weren't on bye.
Nope. Not a single one.
This wasn't beating up the kid in the wheelchair for his candy on Halloween.
Joe, let's get into the score. I can't wait. I want to brag about you some a little bit. Love you, boys.
Cheers. I'm all ears.
Joe ends up winning this one, 163.04 to 106.17. Boner Pills, second week in a row posting 106 or lower, and you're currently on a 2-game losing streak.
I'd switch up my pills if I were you.
Or maybe trade for an elite wide receiver for a middling running back.
Or maybe
Woo! John, you only had 2 20-point scorers. That was Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Shocker, the Bills players. You had 4 players below the commissioner's dreaded 10-shoulder. That would include Christian Kirk at 5.5.
It's going to take a minute.
Pat Fryermuth at 7, almost 8. Najee Harris, who, welcome to new scenery, Najee. Glad to have you. 9.76, and Justin Tucker at 9. John had 0 buys going in this matchup, which I think is the most crazy thing about this. Joe, after reading you those stats going into this week, did you think that his roster was going to put up that bad of a performance?
Is that dog in one of your spots, or do I need to go get a dog?
You do not need to go anywhere. It's okay. Just did it once. We barely heard it.
No. I'll be back. Love you. See ya. Hold on.
looks like it was go.
Andrew. Joe, you had 3 30-point scores. I put 30-point-ish because Travis Etienne technically didn't get you 30, but we're going to round up. Tua Tagovailoa got him 31. Travis Etienne, the aforementioned Travis Etienne, got you 29.6, close enough to 30. And A.J. Brown got you 39. That's huge, Andrew. That's a huge performance there. Jamar Chase used to give me those numbers, but he has an old woman's hip. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
3 players below the dreaded commissioner's 10-shoulder.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Mark Andrews.
Apologies to everybody watching right now.
Mark Andrews again got Joe below 10 points. Back-to-back games, second-round pick over Travis Kelce. I'd like to remind you every single time.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor got you 7.5. First of all, Niners defense got you 9.5 points. A victory, and Niners D gained 10 points. That's still solid. Jonathan Taylor, Mark Andrews, a little bit of concern at this point, Joe?
Still put up 160 with those there.
Bingo. Joe, you had 2 players on bye this week. One of those was Justin Herbert, and the other was Mike Williams. So you did good. With that loss, Boner Pills falls down the standings to 4-4, 500, currently in 5th place, which, if the playoffs were to start today,
which they don't,
you would not be in them. You'd be in 5th place. You'd be 500.
Yeah, but
you were in them last week, but they don't start today. So you have nothing to worry about. You made a good trade today. You're going to get back there, buddy. Joe, allergic to playoffs, gets back to the winning ways of weeks 3 through 6. That was a 4-game winning streak for you. You get to 5-3. You're currently in 4th place. Out of the, me and Andrew are still above you in the tiebreaker and points-wise. That is if Andrew won his matchup last week, which we'll get into shortly, ladies and gentlemen. But Joe, congratulations on the win. In this matchup, I had picked Joe, and Joe had also picked himself. So we're 3 for 3.
That's it, baby. I apologize for having to leave. The neighbor's dog's words you can't say on the radio or on YouTube.
Don't speak. I know just what you're saying.
I'll take a shot to the matchup of the year, of the century, of the quarter, of the world.
That's close, Joe. That's not quite it, but we're about to get into this. Ready?
My phone's about to die, so this is.
Plug it in.
Oh my God. This is your first YouTube appearance. You don't even charge your phone, Andrew. You don't even bring your laptop. This is the first YouTube. This is how you want the YouTubers to see you? If you don't play around, bro.
I mean,
oh my goodness. Ay caramba.
How dead are we talking? Andrew, you're a valuable contribution to this network.
Oh, it's about 10%, so let's get this last matchup in.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 30 minutes anyways, Clay. What are we doing here?
America's, it's 20 minutes in, Joe. I have 10 minutes left. America's fantasy football game of the week of the century game. Your favorite, my favorite matchup, pitting the best teams against each other. This week, it just so happened that you have the commissioner, Clay Major, going against your vice president of fantasy football operations, a.k.a. vice commissioner, Andrew Gennard. How could this not be the game of the week, especially when Andrew goes into this game at 5-2 in second place, and Commissioner Clay comes in at 4-3 in third place? It writes itself, ladies and gentlemen. It writes itself. I won it. I won it dominantly. The final score reflects nothing, because going into Monday Night Football, it was 162-29 to 70-something. It was an embarrassment. I almost felt bad at that point.
I was playing on Monday night.
You had about 4 or 5 players, which is even more bad. 162-29 to 125-32 was the final. The final. Clay, you know who I don't buy this week? Travis Kelce, Keenan Allen, and Juju Smith-Schuster, who I recently picked up on the waivers, but I needed to shore up my wide receiver core. Oh, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. There's a story behind that later, too. I haven't forgot. Thursday, find out Jamar Chase is out. I get off work at 5 o'clock, and I drive home. I immediately shower, and I come back out to have a cigarette, and who do I see has picked up his replacement after ringing that? Fucking Joe. Am I going to send him a trade request? Fuck no. Out of principle. Excuse my F words. It's out of principle. I know what he did. He knew what he was doing, and don't let him lie to you. It was a brilliant – I had to applaud him because it was a brilliant strategy. I loved it. It was something I would do. I couldn't get mad at it, but I'm definitely not – try and trade him. Miss out on Boyd, like I said. Friday comes and Zeke's injured. He can't go Sunday. So I have no flex. Nobody to flex. I still don't have a wide receiver.
22 minutes.
So now I have to find 2 starters on the waiver. Who do I pick up? Tyler Algieri from Atlanta. A nobody.
Put some spec on the man's name.
And Brandon Ayuk. All after I ran total of 3 waiver wire transactions on Wednesday. I was screwed. Screwed, ladies and gentlemen, mind you. Both of those 2 guys I picked up, do you know what they got me, Joe?
Got a lot of points.
34.08. The fantasy gods, they tried me. With great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Clay Major, the commissioner. They're all the same. All the same. King Henry runs wild. Andrew, when's the last time you didn't have Derrick Henry on your team?
This year.
Yeah, it's like 3 years in a row you had Derrick Henry. Not anymore, gay boy. That's on me. I got it. Running at the top, getting 40 points, along with the Hurts and the Eagles defense getting me 29 and 26. This is a statement win. God, I'm so proud of myself. I did have 2 players below the 10 shoulder, though. That was Dallas Goedert, who was Travis Kelce's replacement. He did give me like 9 or something. And Daniel Carlson, the best kicker in the league. I would go to war for you. I would go to court. 0. 0 points, boys. Andrew, do I even have to get into your stats, or like did what I just say speak for itself?
Well, had a lot of Browns and Cincinnati players started.
Don't go looking at that TV either. I know what you're doing now. I see you looking at it. You weren't looking at it too much beforehand. Yeah, now the heat gets hot. Now you start looking at it. Don't worry about it. I'll get into your stats for you. Tyreek Hill got you 28 points. Amari Cooper got you 23. Spoiler alert, they're the only 20-point scorers for you, Andrew. 3 players below the commissioner's 10 shoulder. That was Josh Jacobs at 7.75. That was Hayden Hurst at 6. And that was Graham Gano at 8. You did have a player on buy, Andrew. You did have Eckler. That's okay. I had Kelsey out. I had Keenan Allen now. I had no wide receivers going into Sunday morning. Your commissioner gets so hot, ladies and gentlemen. I have built this up. This was a raw-worthy promo. With that being said, Hillier Hole loses not only the game, but the tiebreaker of the SEC, ladies and gentlemen. Now standing at 5-3, currently in 3rd place. Well, guess what? The commissioner among the chase for the Hurts continues the winning streak. Now advancing to 3 straight wins and takes sole possession of the SEC. You heard that right, Andrew. Sole possession, buddy. Woo! Woo! That's what a world champion does. Limousine riding, jet plane flying, hot girl kiss stealing, one fly son of a gun. That's your commissioner. That has been the show tonight, other than the fact that Joe had picked Clay and I had picked Clay. So me and Joe, we went 4-4.
No, hold on. Timeout.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm so hot right now. That was incredible.
Did you try to sneak that one in?
That we went 4-4 on predictions?
No. You definitely had Andrew.
No. I have my paper.
1,000%.
Can I have one?
I watched it.
Sure.
I was here. You were hot.
I did have Andrew. Okay.
So even when you win, you still lose.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm 3-1. Joe, you went 4-0. You went 4-0. That's incredible.
That was a great rant you just went on. Great rant.
I prefer promo.
Love the whole numbers you used. But I got you on the picks this week. That's all I'm saying.
You got me on the picks, bro.
I'm
going to ride high. I'm 2nd place. I'm coming for Daniel. I have the tiebreaker on Daniel, too. Daniel, I hope you're scared. Yeah, because you should be. Like Scare Tactics. You guys remember that show? Are you scared? Yeah, because you should be. So, Joe, 4-0 on the predictions. Clay went 3-1. My bold strat of the week to finish the show, Joe, with some savvy last-minute pickups. He who waits is he who wins, apparently. Congratulations, Joe. Honest to God.
Thank you.
You said last week's show your strategy going in was to wait and see approach. That you wouldn't pick up anybody on waivers. You didn't, and you actually did wait, and it paid off leaps and bounds for you. So that's my bold strat of the week.
And now I'm ahead of you in the waiver wire.
What about the standings?
Ooh, burn.
Here's one stat
Okay.
that people may not know.
Day.
When I hang out with both members of the league, they win.
You're a luck charm.
Are you
Andrew,
trying to make people feel bad for you,
hang
Andrew?
out with us more often.
Just saying.
It was. A
Oh my
pleasure
God, the
having
guy
you.
comes down from Baltimore once a year and hangs out with us once a year, and then you should be grateful because you win. I come, you win.
I'm just happy to hang out with him. It was total luck that
Oh, I am too, Joe. But
it was the week that he
more
came
than
down.
once a year would be
Great
nice.
to have you, Andrew.
Delilah. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our show. As you can see, we're doing a new format. So Tuesdays, like I said, are going to be the show, while Thursdays ideally are going to be the waiver and prediction and pretentiousness show. As always, we have our unofficial sponsor, Fireball. Kiss the devil. Taste America. Andrew, thank you so much for being on the show. This is your first YouTube show. I really enjoyed having you here today. I thought you brought some solid content to it. Not as you were back in your prime, but you're still doing good. You know, you weren't Derrick Rose with the Bulls, but you're Derrick Rose with the Knicks.
Hey, I can't see your shot glass. Have you already taken yours or not?
No. I'm gonna no. Okay, we're doing it. Yeah, just going.
Well, good to be back.
Thanks for those last words. Joe, do you have any final words to say?
Great show as always. Oh, like, subscribe, all of you. Do it. All 5.5 of you. And everybody else. Like, subscribe. Hit it.
There we go. Just a little bit longer, bro.
You got it.
All right, dude. That's it.
Here
That's
we go.
fine. Get the flex, dude. Like and
Ever since
subscribe.
you can remember, he's been popping these collars. Like and subscribe.
This has been the Commissioner's Weekly Recap. This is season 4, technically episode 8.5, part 1. We will see you Thursday night. Boys, thanks for joining me. Once again, thank all of you for listening and watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Boys, too sweet. We'll see you Thursday.
You got to press end. Bye.